What's happening, guys? Thought a good video today. Show you guys how to put together a tub grinder kit. So when you buy the kit, you get this guy and you get an extra set of handrails because the handrails can be a little temperamental. But you have your engine, the tub, the stand that goes between the two. Then you come to the bottom side, you got your lower elevator, upper elevator, the mill, fire extinguisher if you want to mount it, and then the control box. So first thing we got to do, get everything cut apart. I'm cutting it apart. I mean, it seems fairly straightforward to me. I guess that's kind of also something I came up with, so it should be pretty straightforward. The sprues, depending on material and what they're like, it can be hit and miss on how they come off. Like that one, you saw the one sprue broke while I was cutting, but not that big a deal. Then I'll clean up off camera. So you'll just come in, clean up all the spots from it. Let's get the tub off. This is supposed to be a durable resin. That's why it's got a little bit of color to it. Wanted to give it a try to see if prints would turn out better. Okay, so again, the bottom side of the tub, you'll clean off all the sprues. Then you got your hinge here. And then you got your hinge here. This guy. Just the two sprues on the top there. Flip it over. Bingo. So there's the main frame. Cut the elevators apart there. Cut all the pieces off of the upper elevator here. Bingo. Alright guys, I'm going to get everything all cleaned up and then I will meet you when we're ready to paint. Okay, everything's cut apart. I think the handrails are good, so I'm going to use these, keep those as a spare. Got everything cut apart. Now what I will do is take a Dremel to it, do some fine sanding, get rid of some of the bumps from the sprues. Also, this area here where the tub's going to be, I hit that with the Dremel to kind of sand it down just a little bit. And then on the tub, I will hit everywhere on it that's going to sit on the frame and sand it down just a little bit. So that way it meshes a little bit better for the hinge and sits level like it should. Elevators. So the sprue marks, I'll work on them a little bit, and then I will take just a little bit off of this hinge edge on both sides so that way they fit together better. Now, you're going to have to do some Dremel work on the hinges just to kind of clean them up, get it to fit better. I like to do that after it's painted, so that way I can kind of see it a little better, get everything lined up, and then do a little touch-up paint, because I got to paint the pins anyways, so I like to do it after I paint. Okay, 5 minutes later, everything's prepped and ready. All that is going to get painted yellow. Control box, mill, get painted black. And when I say yellow, New Cat yellow is the color the company uses. So you can just go to an AGCO dealer or a cat dealer, not AGCO, a cat dealer, or a lot of farm stores that carry a line of ag paint will have a New Cat yellow. And then these guys, I'll just paint with a flat black. Okay guys, before I go any further, let's just give a little update here. So, everything got painted, and then the detail paint got done. So I painted the radiator black, the elevator belt, black or tan would work there. If you want to get real technical, you can come in here on the back side and paint in between the lines. That is a massive pain in the butt, but it's an option. I dropped the roller mill into place, drilled out the axle holes with a 1/16 drill bit,
and then they fit real nice and snug, so it's not just going to roll away, but it will still roll. Oh, and a little bit of detail paint there on the belt. So, sorry, I'm losing my voice. Next big project will be, or next part will be mounting the tub. So all them hinges, oop, I missed slightly right there. So put a little styrene rod right through all the hinges. Then add the stand right up against it. And then put the engine on in front of it. So that's the next step.
Okay, guys. Tub is mounted. As you can see, I still need to paint the bar. It's .03. Yeah, 03 styrene rod that I use. That way it fits loose, so it allows easy movement. Got the stand to cover all on the real one. It's covering up the drive shaft and the belts and everything. Got the engine mounted. So now the only thing left, well, almost the only thing left, elevator. So if you can see the color discrepancy there, I've already sanded it down with the Dremel. And basically it's just to make the pivot point easier, and I'm holding the camera so I can't put my hands on it. But essentially the pivot is a little tight, so you got to sand a little on the outside of the lower, the inside of the upper, and then the inside of the lower elevator. Sorry, I forgot to say elevator on the first clip, or on the first bit. To get everything to line up nice, get a pin in. So now I will simply just reach up here, grab two of these little pins from Wally Mart, put those in. The elevator will be ready to mount to the frame. Okay, got the pins in place, hinge is made. Now, probably the hardest part of this build, getting those pins set in their place. The 3 holes on the side are for if your hinge gets loose, you can put a rod through and it'll hold the elevator at different heights. The indented piece there, right, kind of there, is for the ends of the elevator. My suggestion, sand these down slightly. Then I use wheel pullers. You can find different sorts of like snap ring pliers, whatever, to put just a little pressure on these 2 wings so you can get that guy kind of popped into place. These pins can break off fairly easily if you put too much pressure on them. I've also had an instance where I broke this whole assembly off right there at its narrowest point. You don't want to have either of those happen. So just slight sanding, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of finagling back and forth, and it should pop right in. Okay, that went surprisingly easy. I'm telling you, sand that down just a little bit, and they will snap right in there. Boom, boom. One last piece before detail paint. Control box. So the original one I measured off of, control box sat right there. You can put it on the other side. You can put wherever the hell you want. It's your model. Do what you want. That's where I always put it because that's where the one I measured was. So I'm going to glue that down, do my detail paint, and then add water slide decals. There we have it, guys. Tub grinder is finished. So got the elevator attached, water slide decals. If you've never done water slide, basically just get you a little lid. This is off a Cool Whip tub. Put your little water in it, set the decal in there. Depending on how old the decal is versus who printed it versus God only knows what other extra circumstances. These ones I let set for about a minute. I'll pull it out and just gently rub it and it separates. Boom, stick it on, done. So, tub grinder order, ready to head out the door.
What's next?